Alright, so just a couple things that I just want to tell people about me because they don't really know me. I am a recovering addict, and the struggle's been real. Anybody that can relate to this knows that trying to stay in recovery is a very hard thing to do, and without the right people, support, guidance, friend group, it's just not possible. It's not possible to stay clean. I've been doing a lot of soul searching, trying to find myself, and came up with a lot of stuff that really explains kind of who I am and what I am, than the person that I am. And people see it in so many different aspects that it's hard to explain and just words. So I went ahead and took the time to write a little poem about it, and we'll see how you all like it. It says, as I swim and suffer in the river of addiction, I've only managed to find the problem currents. Just when I thought I could swim to shore through these toxic waters, the problem currents have only brought me under, nearly drowning me, taking me deeper into my addiction, where not even the best life jacket could save me. Unfortunately, after what seemed like years of swimming in this river of addiction, I began to just let the river carry me downstream. I continued trying to swim against the problem currents, only to hit what seemed like every rock along the way, getting tossed around until I didn't know which way to swim anymore. For I thought I was swimming against the currents, but in all reality I was just swimming deeper into the river of addiction. Finding many shallow spots along the way that I never knew existed, I would capture my footing for a while, just to catch my breath, only to be swept away again when I tried fighting my way to the shore through these vortex of waters in this non-forgiving river of addiction. I was like an abandoned boat with no anchor to help stop me from cascading down this rampant river to the deadly falls that lied ahead. I have swam so much in this river of addiction that my head throbs, my whole body aches, and day by day my lungs fill with water, slowly drowning me on this descent to the end of my life. I have not reached the falls yet that have the jagged rocks awaiting for me at the bottom, but soon enough I will, if I don't catch my footing somewhere and come up with a plan to get to the shore and overcome those problem currents. Every time I seem like I have my life jacket on right, the problem currents always find some way to overcome me and take me under once again. I still continue to swim in this river, praying every day I will find that one tree branch sticking out over the waters, that one tree branch that I will use to pull myself to shore, that one tree branch that will be my lifeline and save me from this river. The journey has been long, and the fight still rages on, but I will not give up and let this river of addiction suck me under and drown me for good, because I know someday I will find that branch as I slowly drift along in this river of addiction. So, anybody that doesn't know me, that's what I've been suffering with. I've been hiding it for a long time. People that do know me know that I have been suffering, and there's help out there. I mean, it's not easy. I will say that. It's not easy at all, and it takes time. It might seem like forever has gone by until someone finally helps, but when they do, it's the best feeling in the world. I really don't know what to say. I just keep writing more poetry. I have another one here. As you know, I just got out of jail yesterday, March 30th. And it was because I failed a urine test because I relapsed again. I was doing good too. But another poem that I wrote, I'll share with you, and hopefully this will help somebody else that is looking for the help too. It says, I'm looked at like a monster because of these clothes I wear. These clothes betray me to be a criminal, someone who has no heart and doesn't care. The portrayal of me is nothing but deceit, deception, and lies. If anyone knew why I was here, they would see me with different eyes. I'm an addict with an addiction for a high that covers up past pain that slowly breaks me down inside. A high that I'll get from anywhere. I don't care what the high is. Cough, medicine, dope, alcohol, coke, it didn't matter what I did. As long as the pain inside me was gone, I didn't care how or what the cost. It didn't matter who I hurt or how much I had lost. I didn't think of the consequences or the way I was killing myself. And I didn't think about my family and how I was putting them through hell. The only thing that mattered to me was being numb deep down inside, trying to cover up my hurt while I hid it with masks and lies. I would tell everyone I was clean, but every day I'd fall a little more. I got to the point where I was on my knees crawling across the floor, begging for someone to save me because I couldn't save myself, begging for some guidance, some support, a little help. My requests went unanswered because they were invisible, you see. I never physically asked or begged no one to come help me. I figured people would notice and just take it upon themselves to understand. But I learned people don't offer help unless you ask and show them you have a plan. I guess what I'm ultimately trying to say from one addict to another, don't be afraid to ask for help, because I was and almost suffered. I almost lost my life because I was stubborn as hell. So please don't lose your life when there's always someone willing to help. I hope you guys like that, but yeah, it's just some stuff that I've been feeling, deep down in my gut. And I need all the support I can get. I mean, I know how it is. Anybody that needs help, I'm willing to talk. I'm here. I hate seeing someone going through the same stuff that I was going through, which I'm still going through. And everybody that can band together and help one another, it would be tremendous, because there's a lot of people dying out here over these drugs. Friends, family. I mean, it's crazy the amount of people we've lost in just the past 6 months, It's an epidemic. I mean, everybody says this is a disease. I don't necessarily call it a disease. It is an addiction. Like, I'm not addicted to just one drug. I'm addicted to the high, I like the high from whatever I can get. So I have to stay away from everything. And it's hard. I mean, walking into a store and seeing a bottle of liquor there that I could purchase right there in front of my face. It's legal. I can get it all day, every day. Do I want to? No. Have I messed up and done it before? Yes. But you learn from your mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes. I've been to prison. I've been to jail. I've been hurt. I felt lost. I felt like there was no way for me to ever overcome this. But there is. You just got to fight for it and want it. And the more you want it and the more dedicated you are to wanting to get where you want to be, the more you'll do for it. So before you decide to give up on life or give up trying because you feel like there's no hope, there's always someone out there that suffered or that is suffering with you, that wants help, that will be willing to go get help with you. Don't be afraid to ask. Do not be afraid to ask. Like I said, I almost suffered because I didn't ask. It's not worth it. I have 2 children, and most of my kids' years I spent locked up because of my stupid decisions and the stupid mistakes I made. So before you decide to go out and get drunk or go out and do some dope, shoot up some coke, whatever you do to get your fix, think about all the people that you're going to be hurting. Think about if that last shot's going to be your last. I mean, I had a friend in jail. He said, "What is time?" And I sat there and I was like, that's a good question. Because ultimately, time is just something that someone created to split the days up. It's whatever you make it. Time is whatever you make it. There was a lot of people I was in jail with that they would just sit in their rooms. They suffered, They didn't know what to do. So they sat there. They didn't seek the help. They were scared to seek the help. They were giving up. And sitting in there and watching these people do that and feel that way and not even go and get the help that was offered, it hurts me, because I know that person someday, if they don't seek the help, eventually they're gonna drown in that river of addiction, and that's all people are gonna remember them by. And I don't want to be remembered like that. I want to be remembered as a good father, someone who got their act together and straightened up. But it's hard. It really is hard. And anybody out there that's fighting through it, that needs to talk, message me. I'm always here. And I will do whatever I can to help. I mean, like I said, I'm helping myself right now, trying to get myself back on my feet. But whatever I can do in the process of helping myself, I will, to help somebody else. Because I don't want to see someone fall again and suffer from this tormenting river. It's bad. It really is. And one day I can when I get to where I want to be, I can look back at this, use it as a learning experience, and someone else can use it as a learning experience. Because a year or two down the road, now I'm clean, I have a good job, and I get my life back on track, I'm going to look back at this situation, I'm going to be like, wow, I've come so far, and I did so much, and it was due to just having a little bit of dedication, and a little bit of faith and not giving up. And that's what it's all about. You can't give up. No matter how hard life hits you and how many times it knocks you down, you have to get back up. Because if you don't get back up, it's going to keep you there. I mean, it's sad. It really is. But anything can be overcome. Anything. But I'm going to go ahead and end this for now and go write some more poetry. But until then, keep your heads up, keep the faith, and keep fighting on, man. That's all you can do. Peace, love, and happiness to everybody out there.